be good.
Say something. Don't screw up.
Yeah, this way we're eventually going to get to a 10th 420. I mean, what, we're like 200 off. We'll like see that in about a year, maybe. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. Love the music in this game too. Okay, that's a good cookie cat. And a good star fruit. Something that's kind of interesting to note too. So we have that temple jump that we do at the end when we're getting up to Lion to go to Hess Knight's ship. And you can't actually do that in the beginning because there's like a big invisible wall right there. It would be cool if you could do that and just like go from the hill down to here and like trigger the cutscene, but it's impossible.
Dad.
Or I mean, it might be possible, and I
Please
just
tell me
couldn't
this
figure out a way
wall.
to make it possible. But if you could do that, like, well, we're missing a star. Well, it probably wouldn't matter that much. Might make fights a little longer, but if we would save about a minute off the first split, it'll probably be worth it. And that would be something useful in every category, too.
My star. Hey.
It's kind of funny, I feel like a lot of the time save that I've found has been for like 101%. Which is probably my least favorite category to run, actually. Just way too many annoying RNG things, and the chroma farming is not fun. Oh no, you spend probably about 20 minutes in that run just like resetting your like computer or console time to farm chroma. It's not hard, it's just really tedious. I just love Steven's grin. It's not the face of mercy. It's the face of a kid that's about to utterly destroy your life. Your day is going by slow. It's like, I'm assuming since you're like at work and watching me that you're like not doing things right now.
I've got your back.
Seven and 8. 8 and 8. Cool, just need one. Oh, that was so close to 420. I also know that was a big difference, like, between working as a stalker and working in a kitchen, because it's like, in a kitchen, you kind of get downtime. Like, if the kitchen is kind of slow. You're not getting any orders. You can sort of chill and just like do a bit of cleaning or something.
I choose you.
I guess like the big difference between stocking and kitchen that like I've noticed is that like when you're working in the kitchen, a lot of the work is kind of, it's like reactive. It's like you do work because like there's an order or something. So it's like you're doing something because sort of like you have to. Whereas when you're stocking, like there is always stuff in the store that can go up on the shelf. Or like you can always be walking around and recovering stuff. When I worked at the kitchen, there are times when I could just like kind of lean back and not care about anything. Just like do a little light cleaning or like bullshit with my coworkers. You don't get that when you're a stalker. Or at least it doesn't really feel like you do. Like it just like feels like a lot more pressure to like always be doing something. 5:30. See, I don't really mind getting up like early-ish in the morning, but that would be too early. Like I feel like getting up at 6:30 to like start doing things to get ready is about the earliest I can do. I'm just like exhausted in the morning no matter how much I sleep.
So this is what the humans like to call a pogger. Mm-hmm.
Also, thank you very much for subscribing, Lynn. I hope you enjoy your Pearl Point and your emotes. And also, I got a Pride emote. Oh, he's going for Greg. Oh, I got the T emote. I didn't even check to see what it actually was. Oh, nice. We're halfway. And also, if you do a !point Discord, or look at the links below, I have a link to my Discord.
I feel so upgraded.
You know how it all works, you know, you join, you can use those emotes all over Discord.
Hey, it's my page. Steven, you learn this. Cheeseburger backpack. Do your thing.
See, which one did you get, Kirby? Is that the dragon? Yeah, that's the dragon one. I think I have almost all of the emotes at this point. I've got like 16 or 17, maybe.
Cheeseburger backpack. Maybe this?
I feel a jam session coming on.
Yeah, there's a decent amount. Although, I gotta say, I feel like I kind of preferred last year's more. I'm like a little like about most of the ones this year. I am happy that this year though, they're like, because of all the like protests and riots going on, that they're not only donating to the Trevor Project, but something else too. I think it was like bail funds, I want to say. And like they're like kind of like focusing on Black LGBT people for this year.
How about... This'll do the trick.
Definitely a bit of a solid one from Twitch, I'd say.
Time for the tunes.
Alright, good. We killed the red one this time. If that red one doesn't die from Connie's hit, it kind of just like screws around with this fight and makes it slower. Okay, that is a pretty decent beast split. And I think Steven and Connie... No, wait, they just synced up at the end there. Okay, so they're fine. Cool. So yeah, we don't have to worry about... We only gotta worry about Connie and Garnet now.
All right. Yeah. Badge it up.
Oh yeah, by the way, if like anyone ever has any questions about the like stuff I'm doing in a run, feel free to ask.
Let's do this.
Like there, for example, I opened up that menu because that lets me roll outside of combat. So I can roll down the hill and get a little bit closer to this fight. That one's going for Steven, I think.
What am I gonna pick? What am I gonna pick?
Okay, come on, 2 stars. Bleh. Of course, it'll be the last one I fight, right? So, like, for example, we're getting Steven and Connie, their bar filled up so they can do their team attack, which is fused into Stevani.
Come on.
And then we have Stevani, and we use them against Dave, the first boss.
Oh, man.
And then we need Garnet and Connie to be synced up for their team attack. We use that on the second boss. And then we use items called Thoughtful Gifts to sync them up for the rest of the fights. Whoa. For some reason, I was looking at Garnet and thinking Steven was Garnet.
We can't stop now.
Okay, lost a little bit of time. Still sub 14 Beach City. I'll be satisfied with that.
Let's put out some lights. Whoa.
And like this fight, no matter what, you need to get Garnet and Connie synced up by the end of it.
Maybe this?
That's like a non-negotiable thing you gotta do. I mean, theoretically, you could get into like another fight if you wanted to, but then you're just like losing a bunch of time. Okay, that was my bad. I was distracted with the water drinking. Getting a perfect hit or a perfect block is the only way you get the like little kudos option thing that appears, where you just like give someone a thumbs up and it builds it up. Do I let that go through? I think I let that go through. I think I just want to kill this guy because he's going for Connie. And now this should sync them up and also kill. Yeah. Nice. Also, hi there, Mad Dandy. Hope you're having a good morning, or evening, or night, depending on wherever you happen to live.
Yes.
So that is a good familiar grounds fight. This is actually probably going to be a better pace run than the last one. No, this is just a single-player RPG.
Burrito.
And I'm also speedrunning.
How about...
It would be cool if you got to play with your friends on this, though.
treasure?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Next stop, more adventure.
Alright, alright. That's cool. And I finally played guitar fast.
Who does it?
The way the game works, after pretty much, yeah, like, after you defeat the final boss, you can still go back into your file and, like, run around and do stuff. It doesn't just, like, cut you off.
Hey,
All right.
Yep.
And there's also plenty of things that you don't see in this category, all bosses. So, like, even if you watch a speedrun of it, there's still, like, plenty of things that, like, you can do and, like, you won't necessarily be spoiled for it. Can't say the same about, like, the main game, though, because you do fight, like, every boss in the game, including going to the final boss.
Nicely done.
You can fuzz? What do you mean by fuzz?
Stick together, team.
Connie Maheshwari, at your service. Oh, my training paid off. This'll come in handy.
Oh, fuse. Yeah, so the way the fusion works in this game is, two characters can build up, two characters, they have a relationship bar, and when that fills up, they can do a team attack. And so, some of them, like, for example, Pearl and Steven, Steven just gives Pearl, like, a big buff to her attack, defense, and her luck. But if, say, Steven and Connie, when they get filled up, they fuse into Stevani. And fusions, it combines their health, their attack power, and also they get like new moves to use. One of my favorites is Sardonyx. Sardonyx has the thing where you spin a wheel and something random will happen. Like you'll get an attack boost, or all the enemies get a defense debuff on them. Or you'll just like instantly like fill up your star bar so you can do a bunch of more attacks. But yeah, since you have to like build up the relationship bar, you can't just like constantly fuse.
On to the
There must be some kind of glitch in the holographic image.
Wow, nice.
Best friend, saving the light, do do do.
It's a night.
I've been streaming. Well, I had a. Unfortunately, I had
Let me.
my internet kind of crapped out. I've been streaming for like about an hour and a half, though.
Oh man, it's.
But yeah, you're about to see. Actually, in all bosses, this is the only time we use a fusion. So you're about to see Stevani take down this boss really quick. So we fuse into Stevani. Then we throw this attack band onto them. And now we wait because if the boss attacks, I'm going to interrupt it so it doesn't get to attack, and that saves a bit of time. Which it's not doing. So 1 hit. 2 hits. 3 hits, and the boss is dead.
Oh man. Be the Steven universe?
And yeah, we basically kill every boss pretty quickly. That's the fun thing about the speedrun.
So.
Hey there, wizard.
and Pearl.
Hope you're having a good one.
My goodness.
Wow.
And thank you for the follow, I appreciate that.
Oh no.
And Pearl teleports. Since she's the most powerful gem in the universe.
Warp, 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 warpy, warp, warp.
So yeah, this is a super good paced run right here.
Stick together, team.
I'll probably do fork skip a bit safer this time too. Just because I don't want to risk messing it up when we're on this kind of pace.
Lovely.
Oh. Cool, there we go.
Looks like another win for the Crystal Gems.
Okay, so yeah, the next big scare thing is going to be Too Damn Cold Cave.
Bring it light, weirdos! Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Because that basically all depends on whether or not the wizards are going to cooperate or not, and they typically don't.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
Fort
no.
Skip. If this were any percent, basically I would do everything that I just did, except you can also skip the first boss with a little bit of shenanigans. And then from here, you would go right to Hess Knight's warship and basically beat the game. But since this is all bosses, we still have to go around the world and beat some people up. We do this right now because this puts the flag up for Lion to take us to Hess Knight's warship. And that is basically active the entire time. So doing this right now saves time, because basically means like near the end of the game we don't have to come back to the forge. We can just go right to Beach City and go fight Hess Knight. I think all in all, doing it right now saves like 20 seconds in the run, I want to say.
Oh yeah.
Alright, and that is Bismuth Forge. Now we move on to Chili Chili River. I say this on occasion, but it's a very appropriate name because Beach City in the Woods can be a little bit hectic, and then you have like your first boss, and then you got the Forge Skip. And Chili Chili River is pretty straightforward and not really that scary in any sense of the word.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
So it's kind of like you actually do get a moment to just kind of like chill out and do some easy movement. And the Great North is also Canada, so any Canadians, shout out to you, we're near homeland. Oh yeah, if you ever watch me run this in a marathon, I make plenty of horrible puns. That's probably why I don't really get much followers from them. They're like, oh my god, this streamer is just horrible puns. A lot of them are bad, but you know, every once in a while I tell a pun and it's a real gem. But other times they're typically just rocky. Whoa, 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 back up there, buddy. Pearl is indeed the best fam. Thank you for redeeming that, Delta Kid. It's too much? You mean all these puns are just too perfect? I can, and I will. Alright, look, okay? I'm gonna cool it. I'm gonna cool it on the puns, alright? They're iced right now, no more.
Not every day you get to collect treasure. On to the next one.
Hold up, let me just glaze over to the chat and see what everyone is saying. You're going to fly into the sun? I didn't know you were a father. Or a parent, rather. You're out. I don't blame you.
Steven! Yay! I've got just the thing. Do your thing.
I'm now your number one. You're my number one fan. Thank you.
Steven,
That's a tough spot to
you're
fill
just like the
because
heroes in your
my number one fan is right here.
RPGs.
Like weirdos?
I don't know whether I love myself or hate myself for what I just did. Oh, come on, Wizard. Wizard, play nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everyone's just getting blown away by all these puns.
Hey!
Don't hit Steven, don't hit Steven.
Next stop, more
Oh, thank God I did not hit Steven. Okay. We're on a wonderfully paced run, and it's full of terrible puns. This is like the best thing I could have asked for.
Always wanted one of these.
Adventure is out there. Oh, I didn't expect this.
Awesome, there's Connie. For anyone who doesn't know, all the characters have a different speed when they're running in Overworld. So it goes Peridot, then Connie and Pearl are the same speed, and then it's Amethyst, Garnet, Greg, and finally Steven. So that's why, basically, unless I need one of the other characters to do something, I'm always going to be controlling Connie or Peridot. And a couple times in 101%, you're using Pearl, because you may not have Connie or Peridot in your party. Or you do have Connie, and you just use Pearl because you want to use Pearl. Like me. I love Pearl.
There must be some kind of glitch in the holographic image.
Oh.
We're here.
Okay, so Squaridot, we have some RNG here. Basically, if she does her little beam attack, that's a good RNG. If she does the sucky fan attack, that's bad RNG. And bad RNG, we lose about 22 seconds.
I have witnessed.
Oh yeah, Garnet has a pretty cool jump. I love when Pearl is standing still and you jump and she does like a ballerina twirl. It's really adorable. Okay, Squaredot, give us the good RNG, please.
You're up. Prepare. By Jove.
By Jove.
Ready?
Alright, come on, Squaredot. Come on. Ah, the bad RNG. It's not as bad as Mace, though. The next boss. Because the next boss, if it's bad RNG, you have to, like, just reset the fight. This one, you just keep on growing and you take, like, the, 22-second time loss.
Yeah, get him, Connie.
Why do you still live?
Oh, that's my favorite line.
This'll do the trick.
Do, 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 do. And that's a one-shot Squaredot. Connie is overpowered. Because during that team attack, like near the end there, when she does that like flurry of blows, every single one of those is based off of Connie's attack. So by having her study, using attack items, everything of that nature, all of that increases her attack and makes it more powerful.
Yay! Nope.
And we're going to do the same thing for the upcoming boss. We're going to one-shot him.
Yeah. Not every day you get to play this.
So yeah,
On to the next one.
unfortunately we had bad Squaredot, but we did get through the cave kind of quickly. I mean, we saved time in the cave, so, I'll take that.
Oh, hey.
And this is like roughly the halfway point of the run.
Right.
What is unbelievable? I think the light. Open your butt. That's pebble.
Oh,
You're claw. You're the claw.
wow.
Hey, Lappet.
Fresh out. Guys, but I'm sure we...
Silent. Battlefield? I. Well,
Aw, man.
Now that that's through.
Yes, paradox.
that's
Yay! Eh.
yeah.
You love Peridot? Well, you're just in time, because we're at the Peridot section of the run.
Here we go.
Yay!
My favorite gems are Pearl, followed very closely by Spinel, and then Lapis and Peridot about even.
Steven! Um. Yes.
Yeah.
Strawberry Battlefield is pretty nice. We don't do any fights here except for the boss. For the most part, it's basically just running around with Peridot. Doing everything according to the Perry plan.
I have procured the treasure.
Oh yeah, Steven is great too. I do find it kind of funny that, like, even though the show is Steven Universe and Steven's the main character, I feel like practically everyone that I know likes Steven, but he's not like their favorite character. Like, I do know some people who Steven is their favorite character, but it's like almost always a gem is someone's favorite.
Onward, team.
Yeah. There's two kinds of people that have ever commented on Peridot's jump. Either the Luigi jump or it's a Yoshi jump. Yeah, Spinel was pretty impressive because, like, I had no clue that I mean, obviously I had no clue what you know, the gem would be like going into the movie. But it's like, after the movie, it was just like, alright, yeah, Spinel is like one of my favorite characters now. I mean, okay, to be frank, I would probably put Pearl and Spinel together as like my favorite. I don't really think I can keep making Pearl like the exclusive favorite anymore.
Burrito, burrito.
Do do do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I mean, it also does help that she basically got like a movie sort of not entirely, but pretty heavily like focused around her and like her backstory and development.
Looks like another win for the Crystal Gems.
I'm also kind of the mind that they kind of did Jasper dirty.
Stick together, team.
I definitely feel like Jasper deserved
Cheeseburger
better.
backpack. One thingy coming right up. What am I gonna pick, guys? What am I gonna pick? How about this? Ooh, I know. Item, I choose you.
It's time.
Excited to be here.
I think part of that issue though was like when they were running the original series, they didn't know if they would like ever get greenlit for another season at like any given time. So they kind of tried to prioritize different like other characters and plots and stuff like that. So I think Jasper got kind of sidelined because of that. But unfortunately, it just means like her whole arc was kind of like sloppily put together, I think. I agree, Lynn. Like, I really hope we get at least one more Steven Universe game. And not just a mobile game, like a full-fledged one, kind of like this year, Save the Light. Cause like there's just like so much that they could do. There's just like a lot of potential. I mean, I'd be happy even if it wasn't an original story. Like if they just did a thing that just sort of like followed the show, including future. Sort of like how some Dragon Ball games do that, you know? They just kind of like follow all the sagas in order. Like if they did something like that, I'd be happy.
Looks like another win for the Crystal Gems.
Okay, so yeah. The RNG here is I need Mace's weak point to either be in the stomach or the hand. So the RNG is on my side. Oh, future is pretty good. I'm definitely satisfied with it. I mean, I still wish it went on longer and we got more out of it, but I'm happy with what we got. Alright, hand. Stomach, okay. Every reset that you have to do here loses you about 50 seconds. So it definitely really sucks. To say the least. So yeah, 2 studies. Garnet's debuff. And you get another one-shot. Hey there, someone. Hope you're having a good one. Also, practically all the time save at this point is basically the bosses. As you can kind of see, like, every boss but the first boss is kind of like RNG dependent. So like, as much fun as I do have running all bosses, like at the level that I'm playing at, it's basically fighting RNG every time you do a run.
Steven, we're just like the heroes in your RPGs.
You guys know where you're going, right?
Hessa Knight basically goes down in one hit too. Her RNG is whether or not she attacks the Light Warrior and how quickly she does that. She attacks Light Warrior, Steven heals the Light Warrior, and it puts a huge debuff on her.
I'll take you back to the tribe. I can't what they say. No. Why are you home?
No!
Bye-bye, Hessa Knight. That thoughtful gift right there is one of the newer things to the route. I think the newest thing, actually. It's something I discovered. We used to get a thoughtful gift in the crater, like where I'm about to go. What we would do is run all the way like to the right, and there's a chest you can open, and there's a thoughtful gift in it. So you would run all the way to the chest, grab that, then you'd jump it back into the crater, and grab the tungsten that was here.
Onward, team!
But getting the one that's there in the Sky Arena saves about 6 seconds in the route.
Yep.
Ooh, and we fell right into the hole.
Yes.
Hmm.
So then we get to name this area while it's loading up the lower area here. Everyone was just flying there. Alright, Paradox, give me a Claude. We're going to be jumping off the edge here. I don't know if it saves time or loses time or anything, but it's insignificant. But there's a chance that Paradox will yell Claude, and I like that.
Hey!
He didn't say Claude.
Oh, here to
The prism does.
you. You're the one.
Hey! Yeah!
Party wipe
now
time.
No!
Ah, has we you? I'll never. Yes, you. How about it? You know I'm no. Rose.
Hey! Is this what you.
Ha!
Ah!
So, not this split, but the upcoming one, we have something called Pearl Skip, which can be a little bit scary.
There must be some kind of glitch in the holographic image.
Nice.
Yes! Yeah!
Cool. Got over to the loading zone. Aw, fuck.
Alright!
That may messes with the cycles, I think. Ah, fuck me. Time loss on my end. You hate to see it. Okay, I would have been really mad if I didn't make that one.
Here's the treasure!
Alright, that's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah, we're definitely waiting for this one. So, Peridot, Greg, and Pearl all have... For whatever reason, their hitboxes, the way they work, it just so happens that that enemy can't stab you if you're running at a upwards diagonal. So it makes it, like, very easy to consistently avoid them.
Hey! What?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, when you casually play through this and everything seems, like, really difficult, and then you watch someone speedrun a game, and they just, like, breeze through everything.
Here's the treasure!
Like that right there. Guess what? You don't actually need to move that block.
Check this out! Blah. Let's go!
Jeez, I really lost 23 seconds on that. That's annoying. Yeah, the way that works, I believe, is that Peridot, the way she just moves in the overworld is like just fast enough that it gets it can reach the hitbox of the portals because they extend like kind of far down. Connie can't do it, which means Pearl also can't do it. But Peridot's able to because she's just fast enough. Now this here is Pearl Skip, so get prepared to get impressed. Okay, got it relatively quickly. And I'll explain in a moment. Okay, so basically what happened there is, if you hit that block like you're supposed to, that enemy would stab you and you get into the fight. So, like, it's sort of a required fight, but right behind there, the enemy doesn't aggro you. So what I'm essentially doing is throwing a spear with Pearl, and during that cutscene, I'm Greg, so the enemy doesn't stab me. Which means we can get through that without fighting that enemy. World record? I had the world record on the splits, the 1:14:57. And again, like I said, the enemies can't stab Pearl or Greg. As long as you're moving at a diagonal, they don't hit you. Alright, there we go. I guess you just choose not to be stabbed. Alright, so basically this is coming down to boss RNG right now. So this is a part that, like, we all wish we could find a way to skip. It's basically like info dumping for about 2 minutes. It's also the part where, like, if I'm ever in a marathon or something, I just, like, tell the host to, like, make announcements, put it over to them or something. Like, the only interesting thing here is that you can, like, roll into the obelisks to save, like, fractions of a second per one. Otherwise, it's just regular old movement. Anyway, yeah. So what? Reflection on the run, maybe? Okay, so obviously the power couple split there, Peridot and Connie, that could have been way better. Bad square dot RNG. Too Cold Cave was alright. That was, like, kind of average, I would say. And Beach City was okay. Really, aside from me screwing up on the Peridot and Connie section, this one wasn't that bad so far. Reminder, my goal is a sub 114, so we still have a pretty decent chance to make that.
Oh man.
No way!
So, fingers crossed, buddies. Garnet.
Steven.
It's like RNG if like that full animation plays, or if it's like a quicker one. Garnet just maybe lose like 2 seconds. Anyways, say goodbye to Peridot because we have Greg now. We need Greg for the last couple of fights because he's going to be leveling up and we're going to be giving him... He's going to get a new power. So when you saw him earlier in the run, he was doing a damaging aura attack. And now he's going to have one where he plays the guitar and it fills up the star bar pretty quickly. And in addition to that, any character that has a charge-up ability, it also does that faster. And so Connie's Studying, for example, it's like almost instantaneous when Greg is playing that song. You're going to see Steven play the ukulele. It also makes that charge up faster. And I think the only other character that does stuff like that is Peridot. So whenever Peridot's like building like her little turrets and stuff, if Greg is playing the Star Jam, it makes that faster. Yeah, same. I love whenever Greg plays a guitar or Steven plays the ukulele, it actually adds the instrument to the track. It's like such a cool little addition. And I feel like every song gets better with it too. Like either one. I think my favorite is... Okay, well, the guitar on Hessonite is probably my favorite of Greg. I think the ukulele on the boss fight is what I really like. Because it's, like, I just imagine, like, during the boss fight, the ukulele, it just sounds like he's playing it really aggressively. And, like, the image in my head is really funny.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, the duet. Yeah, can't forget the duet. Instantly heal to 125%.
There must be some kind of glitch in the holographic
Oh,
image.
you love to see the golds. So now we level up.
Guys, how about this?
Steven, check out your old man.
That's Star Jam, like I was just
I
talking
know.
about.
Do your thing.
No, I didn't expect this. With rigorous study and training, I can do this.
So now we level up Connie, and we level up Greg. And then we are going to toss a badge onto Greg. Or Garnet, rather.
Steven, check out your old man. Hey, not too shabby.
I'll take it.
So yeah, pretty much all the movement is done. It's going to come down to the bosses giving us decent RNG.
Steven, check this out.
All right, blue, pretty cool.
Little light.
Ready?
Cheeseburger back. This'll do the trick.
Little light. Take a look. It's in a book. Fascinating.
And with that, Connie one-shots Light Warrior. So that was one thing that I lost a lot of time on, my PB, as you can see. The Light Warrior fight was not that good.
Hooray for stuff!
Oh no!
Oh man.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm grabbing that. For a backup.
I've got just the thing. Do your thing! I know I put it in here somewhere.
Ready for action.
So yeah, normally here you would go to the forge, but because we did forge skip earlier, Lion is still flagged to send us to Hessenite. And in all bosses, we just completely skip the whole inside of the forge. Only glitchless and 101% go there.
Whew, who knew adventuring was such a workout?
Alright.
Can you believe we're here?
Let's see what kind of RNG we get here. I'm actually pretty calm, surprisingly.
Hessenite.
The day we have. Why?
Hessenite?
Don't you? You're a thief. Well, isn't. You see, I think.
Okay, Light Warrior slash Prism, please give me good RNG.
Steven, check this out.
Fascinating.
Ooh, I know. Do your thing!
Ready?
Red can be a little bit scary. Mostly because the color pattern stays for the, like, the time that it expands stays to the next one. So, like, blue would be really nice right now. Like that. Yes, some good old Phantom Ganon slash Ganondorf tennis. Blue again? Wow. That's a pog.
Ready?
Do 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 do.
Cheeseburger backpack. Guys, how about this?
Do, 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 do.
And then
Oh, that world record is so close.
looks like a
Alright, Hess Knight, don't be a douche nozzle.
I feel a jam session coming on.
Just attack like warrior. Not light warrior.
Steven, you're amazing! By Jove.
Just a little pick-me-up.
Fascinating.
Okay, come on, attack light warrior. That's not light warrior.
Wow, nice maneuver. I don't like
I believe in you. Love bubbles.
By Jove. The look, it's in a book.
Alright, Hess Knight. There we go.
You can do this.
ready.
I'm not even looking at the timer right now. I don't want to know how much this is by. I know it's a pretty decent PB though. Ooh, 113.25. Heck yeah.
It's me that's defective.